We have all been there. You are in the flow, the code is almost perfect, and then blah, you have reached your API limit. This is the real scenario we face every day. But what if I told you that you could have the power of Claude Code, the most advanced agentic coding tool out there, but without the monthly subscription or the annoying API limits? Yes, today I'm going to show you how to hook up Claude Code to local LLMs like Google's Gemma 4 in your local PC. You don't have to pay for it. You can use it completely for free locally on your PC. And we're not just building a Hello World app, we're building a professional Markdown to HTML block previewer entirely offline. So let's get into it. Okay, to get started, at the beginning, we need to install Claude Code. So that's why I will go to a browser and simply search Claude Code, then press enter. Here you will go to this website and you will find this CLI command. You will have to use this command to get it on your PC. Okay, but before that you need to make sure that Node.js is installed on your machine. So how you can just verify it? You will open a terminal and simply type node space -v. If you press enter and see this type of version, then Node.js is installed perfectly on your machine. If you cannot found this, what you will do, you will go to node.js, then this is nodejs.org. Here click your get node.js and just install it on your PC. Okay, after then you will copy this command, then open the terminal and now paste it here and simply press enter. If you press enter, then it will start installing Claude Code on your PC. It takes a few seconds to complete the whole process, so we'll have to wait until it's completed. So now you can see that Claude Code successfully installed. Okay, so you can run this command to get it started. You can simply type Claude space --help, and after pressing enter you will see all of these stuff. If you can get it, then that means you can successfully able to install Claude Code on your machine. Okay, then next thing what you will have to do, the second step is you need to install LM Studio. So this is a software that hosts AI model on your own computer. So that's why I will simply click here, then search LM Studio. Go to this website lmstudio.ai, and here you need to get it on your PC or on your computer. If you are using a Windows computer, you will have Windows. As I am using Mac OS, so I have download for Mac OS. So simply click here and go to a folder directory. I choose the app folder and then save it. Okay, look, it's actually installing. You will have something like this, and after a few seconds when it's complete, I will show you how you can install it on your machine. Okay, the download is complete. Now I will install it. Simply click here, then drag it and it will add it to my application section. Okay, it's complete. Now we'll have to launch it. So I will go to my app section and simply search LM Studio. You can do it same on your Windows computer, no worries. So let me open it. You will have this interface. Let me increase it a little bit so that you can see it you can see it better. Okay, here we'll click this get started. Then it says by default says to download this model. I will skip it for now. Then here I will turn this one and then continue to LMS Studio. And here you will have something like this interface. Let me zoom it a little bit. And look here, whenever you have this, that means you have already installed LMS Studio. Now you need the brain. You need to install model. From the website, you will see you will have model section. You go there and you will find all of this model you need. You can use any of this model completely for free, and it's actually open source model. You can go any of it and use it completely for free. As we are going to use Gemma 4, so this is the way. You can simply click here, then you can choose based on your hardware. If you have a low configure or low end computer, then you can go with this specific model 4E4B, or if you have a heavy machine, then you can go with 431 billion parameter. You can simply click this get to get it on your local environment, or from this actually LM Studio. Here you can see select your model. If you click here, So if you don't have any model installed, it says you can install this model. I will click this download, and now it's actually downloading for me. You can just do it same from here. For example, if I need to download another model, for example, let me download Qwen 3.5 model, and I choose this one. So simply click this get, and here you'll see you can use this CLI command to get it on LM Studio, or you can click this run in LM Studio. So if you click here, then look, it will redirect to the LM Studio. Look, it's actually downloading. Click this download button and the download will start. Okay, so here you will see the status. Right now Gemma 4 EB4 is going to be downloading on our machine, and it takes few minutes because it's almost 6 GB, so it takes time to complete the process. We'll have to wait until it's actually completed. After a while, you can see that we have two model installed here. The first one is Gemma 4E4B, and the second one is Qwen 3.59 billion parameter. Okay, so for this, actually what next? Then we will simply, here you can search any model by typing the name. For example, if you search Gemma, then you will see this is the model. Here you will click and you can see you will have all of these stuff. You can increase this context length. By default it's something like this, and it's okay. And right now you can just click this load model. Okay, so after then, here the model is loaded. If you want to open the chat window, okay, now you can click this new chat. Okay, so let me click here, and right now we will choose the model from here. After then we will type something. For example, if I just say hi, who are you, and if I just press enter, then look, actually Google Gemma 4E4B is loading, and it's actually thinking about what to reply. It says, I am Gemma 4, an open weight large language model developed by Google DeepMind, and if you need any help, so you can ask anything. Look, this is not my task to show you how to chat with LLM. This is actually very silly task. I will simply delete this. Actually, I need to show you how to run Claude with Google Gemma 4 model. Okay, so that's why I need to run local server. Okay, now we need to run actually LM server. So that's why here you will see this tab. You will click here, and now you will see the local server is running, and this is the port. Okay, you can check it using /model. So you can copy this, and then you will just take a new tab, simply paste here, and after then you can just copy any of this get request, so to get the model information. So I will simply show you something like this. Let me press enter, and you can see right now the model is actually Google Gemma 4E2B. So you will get this if actually this is connected. Make sure the local server is connected. So if it's actually not connected, what you can do, you will go to LMS Studio REST API, click this quick start, and then you will copy this, open the terminal and paste it and press enter. Then it will say server is on running port 1234. Okay, so if you get this, that means your local server is running here. Make sure it's actually running. Okay, then what thing you will have to do? Look, we will have to use Claude Code. So for this, actually, if we scroll a little bit, you will see Anthropic compactable endpoint. You will click this overview, and now it actually says to use Claude Code with LMS Studio. You will have to command all of these stuff, and if you need full workflow and full guideline, you will go to this. Okay, let me open it on a browser, and here you will see all the guidelines you need to work with Claude Code with local model. So here it says at first you need to start LM's local server on this port. Okay, you can copy this, and now open the terminal. You will paste it here, press enter. Okay, after then it says you will have to configure Claude Code. Okay, to do this, set this environment variable to Claude CLI point, so you can use it on local Studio. Okay, So you will copy this and then you will have to press enter. Let me press enter, then it's set. And the final thing is that to run Claude Code against a local model. So right now you can see it's actually running a local model GPT ops 20 billion, but here we'll actually replace this model name and keep our model. So we'll copy it and then let me press here. We need to update the model configuration here. So our model is something like this. If you check here, the model is go to local server and you will see under this info the model is this. So we'll have to type this. Let me open the terminal and we will simply type Google. Keep it the exact name, otherwise it will just make you mistake. We'll provide Google / Gemma -4-E4B. Okay, then press enter. Then it will say access your workspace. We'll have to trust it, so that's why keep yes for the first one. Let me press enter. Then you will have this interface. If I zoom it a little bit, you can see right now Claude is open and it's using our local model Gemma 4, and right now we can ask anything here. But as I want to show you practical implementation, I don't do that. I don't anything ask here. I will simply close this stuff, and right now for doing this I will go to a project directory, and then for example let me create a new project. This will be actually I will implement a practical project. We'll just say markdown blog previewer. Okay, something like this, viewer. Okay, it is my folder name and we'll open it on terminal. So what you will do, you can simply, if you are using Windows, you can simply click options and then you will find open on terminal. As I am using Mac, I will have here open in on terminal, and after then let me minimize all of this stuff so that you can just see it properly. I will minimize everything. Okay, so here what you will do, you will have to command Claude space -- model space then your model name / Gemma. Let me zoom it a little bit. Gemma 4 Gemma -E4B. Okay, this is my model name. Make sure it's actually correct, then press enter. Okay, it says trust your environment. Let me press enter, then you will have this, but it says actually not logged in, run login. Okay, / login. Okay, so if you get this, what you will have to do, so to fix it, actually you will have to follow the step again on this path. Okay, you will have to follow all of these steps again. You will just copy this, then back here. Let me cancel it by pressing Ctrl C again. Let me clear it again. We will have to paste this at first, then we will again run our model. Okay, let me run our model again, then let me press enter. Now it's actually avoid the login step. Okay, so let's try to say hi to our model, and I will say something like this, hi. Then it will actually working to generate our answer. Look, it says I am Claude Code, your assistant for software engineering tasks. Okay, it has something like this. Okay, so now we will just try to make a real project, something like this. So that's why here I will prompt say I want to build a markdown to HTML blog previewer for the parser. Okay, something like this. This is a very basic prompt, but sometimes if you get error, what you can do, let me show you here on this. Actually on this local server, you will see load. Under this load, you will have context by default, something like this. Okay, you will have context like this. Okay, you will increase this context length to either 64. Okay, something like this. So this will give you a little flexibility. You can just load to apply changes, then it will be applied. Okay, so you will keep this type number of thing to support context length, and it will give you a little bit flexibility. Okay, after then what you will do, we will simply prompt this, and here you can see it's actually the prompt is processing. You can check this actually under this developers log, and the prompt process 20%, 22%, 5%. Okay, so it continue up to 100%. We'll have to wait until it's completed. And at the same time, let me show you under this, actually we'll have nothing. but when it's processed, then we'll have a requirements.md file where it's processed 100%, and now generating what to do. So right now it's on thinking, so thinking has gone, and now it says I constantly help you to building a markdown previewer in a great project. Okay, so here is the install content for requirement.md file. Okay, it's create a requirement.md file, and then you will just click yes to accept it, or simply allow all the edits in the during session. I will go with second one, so here I will go with second one and then press enter. So right now if you back here, you will see your requirement.md file is here. You can open it on a code editor. For example, I will open it on a code editor. Let me open this here. Okay, let me increase the window size. I will minimize it a little bit so that you can see this is your requirement.md file. It's generated by actually interface, and after then it will actually implement this and create a index.html file. Right now it's actually continuing, and at the same time let me discuss a little bit local web tool that provides a real-time live preview on markdown trust all of this interface, and the application contain a single page index.html file. So this is what actually do. So implement plant is here. It will just set up HTML structure with two main constructor. Okay, something like this. So the requirements.md file is completed. Right now it says would you want to start building basic index.html file? Okay, say yes. Let me press enter, and then it will actually start building a index.html file, and you will see here. Okay, I will just wait until it's completed. Okay, look, it's actually creating a index.html file, and it takes few seconds to complete the whole process. And you can see your index.html file is something like this. It's still actually creating. We'll have to wait. Okay, the process is completed. Now let me go see how it's going to look. So go live server, and then your website will be open here. You can see it's actually markdown previewer. Here on the left side you will have markdown, and on the right side you will have live HTML preview. Okay, if you need anything you can edit it. For example, let me welcome to my markdown preview, and you can see the live overview here. Okay, if you need to change anything, for example, if you need to make list item, so this is your list item, and you can see here is actually an order list. And if you need to change anything, for example, if we wanna create a new list, here we will have to define this way. I will write completely markdown here, so we will have a star, something like this. Then you can see it's actually showing. After then, if you need this type of unordered list, you will have hyphen, and then you will write your list. If you need numbering here, you can just define 1 2 3, something like this, and you can just see live preview here. So I think it's very engaging, and the code is perfect for now. And you can copy from the HTML. If you need to change the color, you can have dark mode and light mode. Okay, you can toggle them. If you need, you can clear them. So I hope our AI actually doing very clean and something interesting stuff.